Hey yo guys, what is up? Today this is the video. What if Deku was teleported to the Star Wars universe? And if you're wondering which time this is gonna be around the time of the Clone Wars, basically. AKA movie 2, Attack of the Clones. Or tell me if you guys want me to do a different one. And I'll happily do it. This is gonna work. Izuku. Izuku. Basically, anything that goes to canon, it goes to canon. Like, the doctor told Izuku he's quirkless, him getting bullied, and stuff like that. But in this one, only 10% of the world has quirks. So the bullying is way, way worse. So basically, it's almost 10 times as worse. So, after that, after that, on the anime, when everything happens similarly. Like Bakugo giving this speech, and the teacher told everyone that Deku wants to go to UA, and then the Sludgeville this happened, but it's gonna play out differently. So after that, when he grabs on All Might's leg and they land on the building, he's like, "All Might, wait." And he's like, He's like, "Can I be a hero even if I don't have a quirk? I'm a normal kid without any powers. Could I ever hope to be someone like you?" And he's like, "No, you cannot. If you don't have a quirk, you're just basically asking for a death wish. And you'd be useless in a battle. So no, you cannot be a hero." And after that, when the sludge really grab is on Bakugo, something happened to Ezekiel. Something weird. When he rushes in there, when he sticks his hand out through his backpack, magically, lightning came out of it. As basically after that, Deku managed to get Bakugo out. But after All Might came in and destroyed the villain, after the hero scolded him, no, the hero tried to scold Deku, but then he just snapped. He's like, I like you fake heroes, I actually got him out. I've known him for most of my life. Sure, he may have bullied me, but I still care for him. So what if I still ran it and it was dangerous? I did more than you guys could ever do. I was like, "Kid, we need to talk to you." And Zadok tried to grab him, but then Izuku straight up elbows him in the gut, almost cracking one of his ribs a little. As after that, they get it done. After that, when it's done, basically, you just tries to walk away, but then All Might catches up to him. It scolds him and tries said, "Young man, what were you thinking?" He's like, "Huh?" And he's like, Kid, that was dangerous. You could have got yourself killed. That was idiotic of you. You can never. I already told you can never be a hero. So why did you do it? Deku's like, you shut up all night. Unlike you, you jumped in at the last minute. After I got him out. You just defeated the villain. That's all you did. But I actually got him out. The villain. While those fake heroes were doing nothing. I understand the fire hydrant hero. He was trying to keep the civilians away from the fire. So I understand why he didn't help. He's trying to keep the civilians from getting in danger. But literally, fucking Kamui Woods can literally just pull out Pakio with his damn quirk. Is that how it occurred to you, damn dumbass? As basically after that, Izuku's walking home. He gets jumped by a hero who has a powerful strength-enhancing quirk, who actually works for All Might's agency. So when he gets done with that, okay, so after he gets done with that, he's held over a cliff. He's like, are you gonna apologize for what you did, what you said and did? He's like, no. You heroes deserve this. I should have known you heroes were corrupt. All you want is money and fame. All Might is no symbol. He's just like the rest of you. Money wanting and fame money hungry and fame hungry. So it's useless. As he's like, wrong choice, kid. And he drops him off the building. As someone was recording this. As after that, I was thinking it was Kirishima actually. He was just walking by and he saw this. And he recorded this live. And everyone is seeing this. And they're like, he did that? To a kid? Sure you may have said some rude things to the heroes, what? Why? When they try to find Izuku, his body is gone. So cut till during the Clone Wars. Basically the start of the second movie on Coruscant. Everyone just sees a portal open up as when a person falls through. It lands right where Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Padme are. With Jar Jar Binks. And it's like, where the hell am I? As Anakin and Obi-Wan have their lightsabers to him, and their lightsabers to his neck, and they're like, halt! Who are you? It's like, look, I don't even know where I am myself. All I remember is getting beat up by a damn hero dropped off a building. as he's like, basically, he just gets mocked. Basically, no. They take him to a hospital to get his wounds treated, or to get his he was all bloody and beaten up. So when he gets there, he wakes up, he sees he's in a container. So after that, after he gets out the potty, he sees Yoda said, Yoda is shocked. He's like, "What? Eat so much force attunement I sense inside of him." And they're like, "What? His force attunement is as great as young Anakin's was when he was a kid. So his force attunement is like mine." Yes, it is. So what we're gonna do with him? We're gonna train him in the Jedi ways. We are. Train him in the Jedi ways. We are going to do. If you don't know, that's how Yoda says his words. So he's actually getting private lessons from Yoda, from all the council. After Yoda told him about what he heard, what he saw. And Mace Windu actually takes quite a bit of a liking to Izuku. Heard about this. And he's making quick progress too. He's becoming quick at deflecting, being with a blaster blocking, all of it. He's becoming he's learning quicker than any of the other Padawans. He's excelling higher. And just on only a few months, in just 5 months, he's already at the rank of Jedi Knight. And then that's when Mace Windu's like, "Yoda, I'd like to ask something." "What is it?" "I'm gonna say that he and Plo Koon say we would like to trade Izuku personally. He's already at the rank of Jedi Knight, and he's at this age. It's honestly surprising." Said, "Hang on, I must look up how old Anakin is." Okay, so Anakin was 19 at the start of the Clone Wars. So after that, Yoda grants him permission to trade Izuku. So yeah, Izuku's gonna learn the pod and Force Judgment. If you don't know, that's basically Plo Koon's Force Lightning, which is not as effective, as actual Sith Force Lightning, but it gets the job done really well, actually. And so after a while, they get sent on the mission. They hear that Obi-Wan is captured. So they all go to course. So they all go to the place of the Clone Wars. I forgot what that planet was called. And after that, but it's just being Zuko and Obi-Wan. He's just Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting Plo Koon. It's actually Izuku, Anakin, and and Obi-Wan fighting Count Dooku. I meant Count Dooku. as it's only as it's 3 on. As after Anakin and Obi-Wan get taken out, Izuku sees this and is surprised. Is surprised and quite mad since he and Anakin are pretty close. As Izuku sends force lightning at him, which shocked all of them. And Count Dooku wasn't even able to react in enough time. It's like, how are you able to use the dark side? And Izuku's like, I don't even know myself. I guess you could say just as he unites his purple lightsaber. I guess you could say it's just training on both sides of the Force. One month, or never reach true enlightenment. We need to learn more of the dark. We need to learn of the dark. Learn from the dark side. Not be feared from it. Only then can true balance be brought to the Force. So once more. As then he rushes at Count Dooku, engaging him with a mixture of Obi-Wan and Yoda and Mace Windu's fighting styles. Along with Plo Koon's. And he's like, Force judgment. As he shoots towards Dooku, who's barely able to deflect it with his lightsaber. So after that, I would say that Anakin threw Izuku's lightsaber, as Izuku is actually gaining the upper hand on Count Dooku the more they're fighting. As eventually he's able to cut off one of Count Dooku's hands and sweep him as he grabs him as he puts his lightsaber to his neck and says, under the name of the Jedi Council, you are under arrest. As he knocks out Count Dooku, as he hits Count Dooku on the head with one of his lightsabers after he turns it off. As after that, it's the official starting of the Clone Wars. So we fast forward 3 years later during the start of Revenge of the Sith. If you're wondering, yes, Ezekiel's gonna be able to create his own Force ability, which you'll see what I do. And by the way, this is gonna go throughout all of the Star Wars movies. Actually, all the way up to Force Awakens. Actually, so I'm gonna do the 6th movie. All the way up to A New Hope, basically. I forgot. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. The one that had the one when Darth Vader and Palpatine are killed, basically. Sorry. By the way, this also contains Star Wars spoilers. I forgot to say that, basically. So, once they get that done, Izuku and Count Dooku, Izuku, instead of Anakin forced to go to guard Palpatine or Sidious, it is Izuku has to go guard him. I think. He says one must study both sides of the Force. The dark side. And Izuku quickly pulls out his lightsaber, says, and he quickly turns on, says, and he puts it to his neck, says, "You are the Sith Lord." You figure it out. As Izuku's actually working on a couple of new Force techniques himself, which can only be used by both sides of the Force. Well, one of them is mainly light side, Actually, both of them are mainly best for the light side of the Force. But for it to be at its fullest extent, it's best to use it with both sides. As Izuku tells him about Darth Plagueis, and also during the time Anakin was getting the visions of Padme's death. As one of the only people he can go, as the people he go, as the main person he can only go to trust is Izuku. As he tells him about these visions, as he's like, Anakin, listen. And he's like, okay. As he's like, those visions might not be true. Just stay on the side of the light, and you'll be good. What? Because if you walk down the path of the dark side, it can lead to Padme's death. Please. You're like a brother to me, Anakin. And I can't lose you. You're someone I grew up with for these past 3 years. We have a good bond. And I don't want that bond to be severed because of something. As Anakin is like, thank you. As he sees the bright street on his face, he says, thank you, Izuku. And he's like, no problem. And don't forget this, Anakin. Those could be force projections in your head. Just stay happy with Padme, and she can make through this pregnancy. As he's like, okay. So after that, he reports to Mace Windu that he can tell that Palpatine is the Sith Lord. As he's like, As he's like, a Sith Lord? He's like, yes. Wait in the Jedi Council room. And I'll be back. And when they get to the place, there's Mace Windu's like, Palpatine. As he's with the Jedi Masters, he wasn't canon. No, actually, I'll say that Yoda didn't go on his mission, so he's actually there with them. Instead of, I forgot what that one girl's Jedi Master girl's, that one lady Jedi Master's name was. As Yoda says this, as he's like, Palpatine, or should I say Darth Sidious, under arrest, in the name of the Galactic Senate, under arrest, you are. Like, so I guess you finally figured it out. As after this, so you could just say that Palpatine was killed. So Mace Windu with the help of the pod, Mace Windu kept on using the Palpatine's dark side energy against them. So he couldn't exactly counter or anything like that. So after they do that, the battle on Mustafar never happened, so Anakin still has all his body parts. And since it was Ezekiel, actually. As Ezekiel was waiting in there, as Ezekiel was curious, it can help. He was worried for his masters, so he went to his own ship. And he took off towards the senator's office. And when he gets there, he was just waiting. As he saw Mace Windu about to get struck by lightning, he screamed, "No!" "No!" And he shot his own force lightning, clashing with Palpatine's. As all three, the two Jedi Masters and the Sith were shocked. It's like, as Izuku says, with almost rage in his eyes, with his eyes starting to turn yellow. I won't let you hurt my masters! As he rushes in there at almost inhuman speeds, as he starts to clash with Palpatine. Obviously being too much for the Dark Lord to handle. And then with one swift strike, he chops off the Senator's head. As Izuku starts to calm down. It's like, as he's like, what the hell happened? I'm gonna say quickly before this, I'm gonna say that Izuku sent out a force call to the other Jedis. As he's like, all Jedi Masters and Jedi Knights across this galaxy. Be careful of your clone troopers. I believe that the Senator Palpatine has done. I believe that Senator Palpatine is Sith Lord, and something might be going down with this. There might be an order for them to execute you all. So stay cautious and be on your guard of your clone troopers. This is Jedi Knight Izuku Midoriya. Go in and out. As before Izuku chopped off his head, he says, execute Order 66. As Izuku did that a minute before. As he's like, after he rushed in there, after this, he did the call. And he also said that he was fight Darth Sidious, who was the senator. So he hit him out. So basically almost all the Jedi Masters in canon were saved. No, were completely safe. Raging Fellow Plo Koon, take Kiadi Mundi, all of them were safe because of Izuku's warning. As Padme would have a healthy birth, and she wouldn't die. As Anakin was happy, I felt like he was in debt to Izuku, since he was right. Those were just forced projections of Padme's death after birth. So he was right. If he did stay on the dark side, Padme would be alive. And then he can ask Izuku to be the godfather of him. I was like, sure. Honestly, why not? As they name, since I would say that actually they named Luke. They named Izuku Luke Skywalker. Since Anakin came up with that idea. Izuku Luke Skywalker. So, and they still named the girl Leia. Those two would be able to be raised in the Jedi Temple until one day, a legendary Sith from unknown that thought to be lost in centuries attacked the Jedi Temple. This is none other than. Anyways, this is gonna be cliffhanger, guys. So have a good day. See you guys.